Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and today we've got Terry. We've got Terry and his T95. Will he tarry too much and not win? That's not a good joke. If there was ever a tank that you would tarry in, it would be Terry's T95. That's not any better. It is not any better. And it is one letter away from carry. Well, here's the question. Is Terry going to carry in his T95? Let's find out together. I already know, but I'm not going to give it away this time. Not going to give it away this time. But it's a big damage game. So let's see how Terry does. He is on Himmels-Enskdorf, spawned into the south, encounter battle. Let's get to it. Now, I haven't seen this actual battle, though I have seen the result. Let's just turn that down a little bit. All right. 110E3 gets a little mixed up with him, and he's going to head off into the city. A couple ways to play this one. The one is obviously to go towards the cap. You will tend to see your heavier armored tanks go that way, although not always. Sometimes you'll get some heavies over on the east side as well. What the heck just happened? Why are we all running into each other over here? Sometimes you'll get some of the heavies, as in, say, the WZ-114 and the 277. They go over into the field on the east side of the map. I'm torn a little bit. If you don't send enough guys over here, really this is an interesting one. Let's see, how would I put this particular map and mode? It tends to be, in my experience, the side that gets overloaded that wins. And I don't think it's strong on either the west or the east side. The map is so small that it's pretty much the guys who send the mostest, the fastest to the one side. Not always. You can get bogged down. But because the map is small, you can tend to get surrounded pretty easily if you lose one flank or the other. If you go over to the encounter, to the map cap encounter side over on the west side, you're not looking to jump on the cap. It's not a map that you can cap out on. You can see that the cap is horribly exposed. There's a lot of cover in buildings that people can grab and kind of hide in amongst all that, poke out and stop you from capping. So unrecommended, the whole cap thing. Oh, here we go. Now we got a big guy right here. Oh, he over-angled and paid for it. And then he doesn't even want to back out and take a shot, unless maybe he just shot at the ST2. That's possible. So Terry's kind of looking at a situation where they didn't send enough over here, although they're now filtering in. Now that U100 has come back in here, we got the 110E3 kind of looking down the 5 column. There's a, what on earth? Are there shots right there? There must be just shots right through. That's ridiculous. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody go to that spot. Watch him absolutely murder this. Oh my goodness, now this guy's being crazy. He is. Oh, we missed. Unlucky, man. Yeah, you got to be ready for that one. You got to be ready for that. I don't know what this dude is doing. What is the plan here? Okay. Well, you just can't account for that, fellas. That's kind of one of those plays you see happening. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom, explosive diarrhea, mom called, hated this match and this game, doesn't like his teammates, having a bad day. What else? Brain fart. Oh, look out, VZ. Ooh, nice one. 785 gets the bounce. I like the backup and the little angle. That makes it a little more difficult. And then he kept sort of wiggling because of VZ55. Has 2 shells. That's something to think about with autoloaders or double barrel tanks. Some people will forget, kind of stop maneuvering, and that second shot will go in there. Yeah, so who knows why people do those kinds of things, but there you have it. Interesting, too, because his team was kind of winning, and chucking away a 268/4 in this battle is probably not a great idea. Another nice shot into VZ, opportunistic. Saw him backing out and angling. Slowing down a bit as he reloads, but kind of just challenging this 50 TP. You can't hurt me. Turns out he can't, but he can track him. 705 is over here. Yeah, the big heavy guys just need to push in. See if they can get rid of this dude. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Just enough angle right there. And we're going to push in behind the AE. Ooh, cut right, don't clip him. Okay, there we go, nicely done. The 50 TPs are running. Yeah, I think I just keep pushing in there, man. I'm not really sure why he slowed down. Boom, there goes the 50 TP. All right, this is looking good, but let's just take a quick pause here and kind of look how the game is developed. You will notice that at the end of the day, the other team sent, I think, a few more over to the east. Even if they didn't, they won. So however that went down there, it does look like they have about the same amount on each side. So it was a bit of a peanut butter spread on this one, to be honest. Maybe with a slight overmatch by the greens over here, but it kind of looks that way because the 264/2 or whatever the heck that thing is YOLO'd and died, and they nuked these other three guys right here, and there's the fourth one about to die. But we have a situation where pretty much the purples have won the east and the greens have won the west. So now the question becomes, in a even more evenly matched game like this on Ensk, Dorf, Himmels, how do they react once they win the flank? Let's watch how this grouping of greens right here, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but let's watch how Terry's team deals with this once they win. Okay, will they tarry too long? That's what I want to know. Or will they carry? Will they carry or will they tarry? Problem is, you're in a T95, you can't help but tarry at times. Uh-oh, there's a WT right there. That was unexpected. Biff smacked the Kunze. Kunze takes a stab, and that hurts because they just lost 3 tanks in pretty quick succession. The E100 was right here. He died here. The 263 died out in the field, and it turns out there was a WT hanging out back here, and now it's gone from decent to really bad because they're pretty much surrounded. And this is going to be a hard one to fight their way out of. Notice the 110E3 is alone. Other than the Patton over there, he's probably about to get ganked. He's going to get gang tackled by these fellers. Yeah, I think I would push in. You got to get rid of the WT. You can't let him hang out behind you. Some thought to potentially HE on that guy. I don't know if you've got intuition, but everyone's sort of pushing him together. Is Terry going to ignore him and push on to the 704? Looks like he might. Oh, man, they're just kind of picking guys off who are low hit points. Terry's got 3,299. There we go. We got the... Ooh! Okay. All right. We made it good. We made good. We made it good. I don't know. We overcame the early mistake of not being ready to shoot in time. All right. What does this fellow do? Oh, just... almost had a shot on him. I think... All right, that's a good little lesson right there. Yeah, you might get hit by the Cobra, and I guess he's got the auto loader. So I was about to say you might want to just go around the corner and take the 704 out, but letting a Cobra get on your side is not a great idea either. That's kind of a hard one. Now, he's sort of stopped. Nope, he's going to come. Is he? No. All right, I think he would have had you gone around the corner and started beating up on his 704. Looks like you see the chance now. So, oh boy, well, at least it's the front armor now. Look at him. Okay, ouch, that hurt, and we nuke him. Very good. Fix the gun. Biff from the Cobra. Oh, and then we get hit by the artillery. That went about as well as you could expect. And then we got guys behind us. Got guys behind us. At least the ST2 didn't stop them from doing anything. But, of course, he's dealing with an IS-7 right there. Doesn't quite kill him. And maybe just a little slow. Honestly, a little bit of tarrying. This is really not a situation you can afford to mess around with. Although they're all one-shots now. There we go. We got rid of him. Fix that. You can't. You've already used it. Okay. Pin it down. All right. So in this case, I would have gone straight in and finished off the IS-7. Even with the M60 moving around, just push the IS-7 and get rid of him. The beauty about that is with all your hit points and armor, if you push around and get him busy, that gives the ST2, which is a one-shot, an opportunity to come in there and kind of use you as armor and look for an opportunistic shot in case you bounce. And now we're dealing with this. We got to keep people coming from the backside, and that's very unfortunate there. We're at 4,813 damage. And again, in this point, yeah, the Cobra's probably reloaded, but I think I would have pushed in and tried to take on the IS-7. Even at this point. I see what you're doing here, though. You've got them all isolated forward. Nobody really wants to come around the corner and be a one-shot. But he does. I don't know. I will think he maybe noticed the Foch, but I don't know who. He could have seen the marker moving there before he went dark. Nobody should be lighting him, because otherwise it would be a proxy light, and I'd be surprised if something saw the Foch and it didn't see the Foch. But it looked to me like that guy knew the Foch was coming. All right, now, okay, so once I see the Foch coming around, it's charge in. I'm either going to peel off into the IS-7 or I'm going to go after the T-30. And I like this getting cover. Nice, Foch, and it looks like a comeback, man. This is gonna happen, baby. The Foch 155 gets beat up, and again, you're letting the IS-7 live way too long, and the problem with that is you don't have time, right? You've got an M60 running around somewhere, probably focusing the Foch. If I was the M60, I'd be coming in behind the Foch and the Foch 155 and try to get rid of him. And you really need to get rid of this IS-7. Now, I realize you're worried about getting tracked and all that, and those are all valid things. Nice, nice. All right, 5,630. Is Tarry going to make a carry? We have 5 kills. There's an M60 raging around. He's way over there. All right, now we've got our repair kits. That's hugely important because if he does manage to track us, and we were using hardening, which is helpful, if he does manage to track us, then we can get it fixed once. The trick, though, is being tracked by the M60, fixing it, and then potentially being tracked again by the Object 261. So let's pause here and think about how we want to do this thing. Really, you want to isolate yourself in some way. And actually, he just showed up behind you. So now your best bet is just to charge through the middle there and get away. But I was thinking go grab a corner if you can. Unfortunately, he's kind of taken that option away from you by showing up right behind you there. So let's see how Tarry handles it. I don't know if he notices he's there yet. Nope. He's spotted now. All right. Okay, so he makes around the corner and the M60 doesn't go for a shot. That was very strange. He had more than enough time to actually come around there before you turned around. So I don't know if he didn't know what your direction of travel was. Yeah, I just turn right around and go at him. The only bummer about this is he's got some tanks to use as cover. So you're kind of hoping. Yeah, see, there he is. Okay, zoom in and shoot his ass. All right. All right, keep go. Oh, yeah, get that hatch. There it is. Nope. Okay, keep going. Once he's behind there, just start moving because you're letting the artillery aim in on you. We're probably going to get tracked as we cross that. Looks. I thought you might not go. All right. Now you're going. This will be interesting to see what the 261 does. He was last spotted in the spot you can see, but I don't know where the last shells came in from. And at this point, if I was him, I'd be moving around probably over on the east side of the map looking for some kind of angle to help in the city with the M60. So we kind of come around here. I'm going to maybe cross to the right. No. Now what you want to avoid is going out in the open too much. And there's not a whole lot of open on this map, but if you head out here to the north a bit, it opens up quite a bit. It gives him opportunities to be behind a bunch of different cover, to run away through cover. This is very interesting. I'm not really sure why we're doing this. You might be looking for the object. Okay. Don't know if he's that dumb. All right, great. We know where one of them is. I'm betting, and again, I haven't seen it, I'm betting the 261's on cap baiting you. We have all the hit points we need. A one-shot 260, a one-shot 261. And, all right, yep, there you go. I would come around that corner right there, 100%. Okay, let's talk about this for just a second. You really want to be pointed towards the cap. I think you're trying to come wide so that when you turn right, you've got a better view, but I would probably start moving that way right now. Let's see how long you take to start doing it. Okay, all right, so that's working. Where on earth is he? He's right there. Oh, very nice. All right, that's a dead Artie. Very nice. Exactly what I thought. And now we've got an M60 running around. I like this. I like this. There he is. All right, so a 294 hit point M60 versus you. So what do you do, folks? Do you get on cap? Here's the problem. You could get, where would you go? You could position yourself right here, pointing towards the east. And if you came over on your side, you could spin towards him. Hard to beat him that way. You could go over here and push the 261 kind of east-west and snuggle up beside it. So any shots coming from this side are blocked. And if they come from this side, you can spin to it. I don't know. Another possibility. Let's see what Tarry does. Is Tarry going to turn it into a carry? We've got 6,140 damage. We have a bunch of hit points. I mean, he needs 6 or 7 shots to kill us. All right, so he chooses this corner, which, all right, this is not, well, then he jumps off of it. I was going to say, this side is not bad because you can pretty quickly cover this arc just by spinning. If he gets in behind you, that's a bummer, but more than likely he only gets one shot before you get spun around. even if he tries to circle you, which he probably won't be able to. If he comes from that side, it's a little more problematic, but you still have only about 90-degree left-hand turn. If he comes in from behind right there, that's probably the hardest situation with the way you're pointing. That requires a 180-degree turn. But it looks like he thought that through and decided against it. Let's see where he goes. We're going to bet. Oh, geez, there he is. All right, this is it. Oh, okay. Spin, spin, spin. All right. Your initial backup and turn cost you. You needed to stop and immediately start spinning. That was interesting, and it was just by that much. Now you've got to back up against this rubble right here. You've got to back up against this rubble. He's going to try to circle you all day long, and it depends on whether you're going to let him. So now you do need to back up and turn. Let's see what Terry does here. Oh, we go forward, and we... Oh, okay, a little bit indecision. All right. Yeah, this is a classic, man. See that? See that right there? You've got to put your arse end against that so that he can't do this. And then if he's on your right or left, you can scrape him off. Looks like you realized that maybe a little late. Okay, you got to back up, man. There you go. There you go. So he's going to... All right, so this is what people will do. They can drive up on this rubble and kind of use you as a bank. So you've got to back... You, no kidding, have to back up into that rubble so he can't do this. There you go. You kind of realize it late, and then you get tracked. Fix it. All right, not bad. There we go. And we should be able to kill him. Don't shoot. Oh, my goodness. That is tough. So look at that, guys. He came in there and just whittled him down to a one-shot, basically. Yep, that was entirely caused by not understanding you had to get your rear end up against rubble immediately. So a little bit of indecision, spinning in place, not really having a plan in terms of where you were going to go, cost you big time. So now we've got to get a little more clever, and I think now I go on the offensive. I just push and see if I can't surprise him in some way. Problem is you're on the cap, so he knows you're going to come off the cap. Now he knows you're off. Doesn't necessarily know. Yeah, and he showed it behind you, so really nice job on his part with that one. Heartbreaker, my friend. 6 kills, though. 6 kills. 6,194 damage. 3,170 bounced. It's not often that you look at a game and you say this one thing, right? Now, clearly, you can look at it and say, well, if my team had done 240 hit points earlier, then we don't get to this point. That's all well and true and noted, but you were basically the one-man team here. You carried this team as far as you could with it, and you definitely had a good chance to win it. It all came down to allowing that guy to circle you. More than likely, if he sees you backing correctly up against that wall, he makes a runner and tries to get away, but you might have been able to get a shot in before he does it. Just throw that out for thought, but yeah, that last engagement, a little bit misplayed. But well done otherwise, man. Very nice. Thanks for sending that in. I think that's a great lesson. In fact, I could probably break down. I may actually keep the end of this one and do another quick tip later for those who might miss this long-winded diatribe right here. For you short attention span fellers. That's all I've got for today. Thanks to Terry for sending that in. That's all I've got, and we will see ya.